Hi, my name is Angelina Fabian. I'm a human design guide and analyst. I do trauma release coaching, systemic family constellation, and I'm all about the natural lifestyle. In 2009, when I was pregnant, I was searching for a shaman to teach me about natural birth and to support me with my birth process because I planned to leave Europe at that time and to go to South America. And thank God I found her. It was kind of accidentally, but in the end it felt rather like destiny. I met her and fell totally in love with her and had the pleasure and the honor to learn from her so many precious lessons on how to heal my body with plants, how to have a natural birth. And I had one, by the way, in 2009 at home with 2 midwives and no medication whatsoever and no doctor. And this shaman, she also taught me about natural birth control with rue. According to the shaman Efigenia Barrientos, rue is the plant for a woman. It not only has an effect as natural birth control, but helps to ease or even eliminate PMS symptoms, has healing properties for your womb and all your female organs, and last but not least, it increases your libido. Well, that's some badass plant, right? And since I have taken the rue, I haven't had any PMS symptoms whatsoever in years. And I was suffering like a dog when having my menses with vast amount of blood and excruciating pain, and that every effing month for years. Also, a lovely detail that Efigenia shared with me is that when taking rue, you protect yourself from men with harmful and abusive tendencies towards you. She said that the rue is kind of like a wild Amazon warrior plant who protects you on an energetic level from an abusive man and those who want to use you only for sex. Thus, it helps you to get more in contact with men that are good for you and who respect you as the wild woman that you are. Years ago, I made that same video on my German YouTube channel and women loved it and began their journey with rue. Are you also curious? Well, then get some popcorn and perk your ears. And get below, by the way, my free step-by-step process on how you can use the rue as a natural means of birth control. By the way, I'm speaking 6 languages and English is not my native language, as you can hear it. So I have at times kind of funny grammar or funny syntax, so I hope you enjoy. Well, who is the shaman Efigenia Barrientos and where does the knowledge about the natural birth control with rue come from? The Paraguayan shaman Efigenia Barrientos taught me how to use rue as a natural birth control many years ago in 2009. I planned to go to Uruguay, as I said, with a massive belly because I was hugely pregnant. And so I searched for a shaman in South America, but found one in Europe. So I attended her seminar in Germany while I was still residing there my last couple of months. And I'm really, truly so grateful for her, for that seminar and the support months after, while I already was in Uruguay and hardly was able to speak any Spanish word apart from hola and gracias. Well, my Spanish is way better today. That was a huge adventure for me to get a child in a foreign country where I hardly was able to understand and speak the language. But well, I stayed in touch with the shaman and she prepared me step by step to have a natural birth at home. And I really did, and I'm really grateful that I was capable to do so. Unfortunately, I was not able to give birth with dolphins in the sea as I wished and planned because it was freaking cold and there were no dolphins at that point. But I could give birth to my precious son at home without any medication or any doctors around. And it truly was a birth that was not traumatic to my child, but was welcoming and healing and very endearing. But as we talked with the shaman a lot over the years, she taught me many things and also the natural birth control with rue. Efigenia was born and grew up in the Paraguayan rainforest, and together with her family, that was a family of shamans for generations. Her grandmother taught her many things that she then brought to Europe and taught it to the gringos. All the women in her tribe started to take the rue when they were still girls and had the first menses. She said that the women in her tribe were wild and tamed and had amazing sex. Because, according to Efigenia, the creation of a child through sex should be emotional, beautiful and pleasurable for the woman too, because that affects the life of a child. And the women in her tribe never complained about PMS or bad cycles or had any problems with their female organs. According to Efigenia, that was the result of Rue's wonderful wonderful healing work. Over the years, she shared with me many details on natural birth control with Rue, and I'm sharing that information now here with you. So it may also accompany you on your way to empowerment, more alignment with the wisdom of your body, and a lot of pleasure and epic sex without having to suffer sickness, a distorted and confused hormonal system, and potentially terrible pain when using conventional birth control like the pill or the coil. So, what are the side effects of common chemical contraceptive methods? If you happen to take or have taken conventional contraceptives, it should be necessary to, at least from my perspective, to inform yourself what consequences it has on your body. Honestly, I have taken the hormonal pill many years ago for a couple of years, and then the copper coil, and meanwhile it is ridiculous to me that you have to suffer and even endanger the health of your body to have sex and pleasure and to not become pregnant. This is the price that we women have to pay. That's really ridiculous. And at the same time, those conventional birth controls tend to diminish our libido. Who wants that? Well, not me. But you have to decide on your own, because you are your own boss and it's your body, and you have to choose what is correct for you, and maybe this is an option. And in the following, I'm just gonna mention a couple of side effects here in this video that conventional birth control might have on your health. One common thing among many others is breast tenderness, that they heard, that you don't feel comfortable with your breast, you don't want them to be touched. You gain weight, who wants that? You have sometimes bleeding in between your cycle, you get nauseous, and it even has an effect on your psyche and changes and affects your moods, but mostly not in a positive way, because the pill, for example, has an effect on your hormonal system. And some other things are headaches or migraine. I mean, those things that I'm mentioning, they're not encouraging, they're not supporting your daily life. They don't lead to self-empowerment, but really drag you down. And also they decrease our libido. At times you miss our periods and we get often vaginal discharge. And then there are risks that are even more dangerous, like a vein thrombosis, a heart attack, seriously, just to have sex and not to have a baby. You can have liver tumors and certain type of cancers, like cervical cancers. That's really like heavy stuff that is potentially life-threatening and super harmful just to have sex without having a baby. Just think about how crazy this is. And most of us accept that as the norm and subject ourselves and our body to those dangers. That is the price that we have to pay as women, risk our health. That's my opinion, and it's up to you what you do and which type of birth control you choose. When does the Rue not have a contraceptive effect? That's really important, and please listen closely. The Rue is great as natural birth control, but there are exceptions. If you have been taking hormonal birth control prior, then the Rue will not work and have a contraceptive effect unless you have cleansed your body and brought it back to a state of hormonal health and balance. But that's not a reason for despair and for worry. I described this cleansing process and detoxing process in detail in my ebook, and it's actually not so complicated, and it doesn't demand many things or expensive things. Two of them, for example, is the Rue, the plant Rue, and some sea salt. And also, if your state of health requires that you take any other hormonal remedy, like some remedies for your thyroid gland, then Rue won't work as a contraceptive, as a means of birth control. If you're unable to stop taking hormonal remedies and have to take them for medical reasons, then I cannot recommend the Rue as a natural birth control for you. Then the Rue can be taken to strengthen your female organs. That's great, that is really amazing. You can still use that for that and relieve some PMS symptoms, but then the Rue will not be efficient as a natural birth control. And if you would like to change from hormonal contraceptives to the Rue, you will need to cleanse your body from all the chemical toxins first and balance out your hormonal system before you can use the Rue as a natural means of birth control. Remember, there is no rush. You won't have to throw away all your previous hormonal pills instantly. In my ebook in chapter 6, I will explain to you how to stop taking the pill and deeply cleanse your body from all the toxins according to the procedure of Efigenia Barrientos. That's her recommendation. That's not coming from me, but that's what she taught many women all over the world, how to cleanse their body from the pill and the consequences. And here under this link you can download a free guide that contains the step-by-step process of how to use Ru as a means of natural birth control. As I said, the Ru not only has a contraceptive effect, but eases or even eliminates PMS symptoms and increases your libido. I really like this part. And if you want to know more, especially how you can detox if you have taken the hormonal contraceptives in the past, then this is the ebook for you. You can get it here. What are the health benefits of the plant Ru? According to Efigenia, the Ru has a cleansing and strengthening effect on your cervix, your uterus and your ovaries. The Ru cleanses the ovaries from bad, unhealthy, damaged and faulty eggs in your ovaries, so you have healthier offspring when using the Ru. By having such an amazing effect on your body, it prevents problems in your female organs like tumors, cancers, cysts and endometriosis, according to the Shaman Efigenia. The Ru has also a detoxing and strengthening effect on your kidneys, your liver, and helps with nervousness, high blood pressure, gout, cramps, and as I said, with easing or, like in my case, even resolving all my PMS symptoms. By the way, men should not take the Ru because it will lessen their libido. Therefore, monks used to take the Ru to diminish their sex drive, but it increases, as I said, the sex drive of a woman. As I said, get here my free guide on how to prepare the Ru for birth control, or if you can't or don't want to use it as birth control, the same steps also apply if you want to lessen your PMS symptoms. And I want to make clear that if you decide to use the Ru as a means of natural birth control, then this is totally up to you and your responsibility. And should you become pregnant, well, this is also up to you and your responsibility, and I'm not responsible for that, because as with every means of birth control, there is a chance and risk of getting pregnant, also with a pill and a condom, because life can't be controlled. But according to Efigenia, if you take the Ru correctly and prepare it correctly, as described in this free ebook, then it is as safe as a pill, according to Efigenia's recommendation. And I know many women who have used the Ru and it was successful for them, and are still using it to prevent a pregnancy. And I personally trust Efigenia deeply, and she not only helped me on different levels in my life, but also around 30,000 other people all over the world. 30,000 other people all over the world. You have to know for yourself if the Ru is the right natural birth control for you or not. Please be also aware that the Ru does not protect you from sexually transmitted diseases, and that if you have a sick partner or have alternating sex partners, you should use a condom to protect yourself. Unfortunately, Efigenia died in 2016, and I hope with this video, article and book I can preserve and share her unique and really empowering knowledge. Well, I hope you like the content of this video, and maybe the Ru is a good means for you of birth control, and if yes, as I said, under this link you can get my free ebook where I describe how to make the step-by-step process to use the Ru as a means of birth control. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, please share, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'm gonna make many more videos in the future. And I hope you make wise choices about how you treat your body, because this is our true and only temple that we live in, and the better we treat our body, the happier we are. I wish you all the best. Bye!